Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Nerd Fusion podcast. This is episode 17. It is August 9th, 2015. Let's do a couple introductions first. I am Dan's Gaming. I am Goldilocks. On the couch there is being represented Bacon Donut. He's full of life, as you can see.
Is that why you got the box of life?
Yes. So I could
Just
do my
for
pun.
that's what that one joke.
So I could do my pun.
The one joke.
It works,
for this.
okay? It's
Wow.
brilliant.
A cereal pun.
Yes.
He's a serial punner.
He's very serial about his puns.
Yes.
For all these puns.
There you go.
No, Bacon's not here today.
Bacon's not
He's
here.
probably eating bacon.
His
Deliciousness.
modeling career took off after last
Yeah.
week, and now he's busy with another photo shoot today.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my.
Bacon is Papa Bear. To my right is Sevidus. He is Mama Bear. This
Does
is
that
Giant.
mean-
Yeah.
It does mean what you think it means.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This is Giant Waffle. He's the baby bear.
Aw.
And this is Paws on Paws. He's the porridge.
Oh,
Please don't eat me.
do we eat?
Please don't eat me.
We eat
Yes, we
paws?
all eat paws.
Oh, God.
Dude, I'm
He is
down with
delicious.
this pack. You don't have packs?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? Yeah, sorry we're starting late for those of you watching live.
We're not that late.
We're normally.
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty late
this is-
compared to,
yeah.
compared to
This
normal.
is our normal time.
We're
It's all right.
like
we're
now.
early at being late this time.
Yeah.
Well, we were like progressively late, you know? Like
Yeah.
we were late, but we're late with a purpose.
I feel like this week I've been very late to everything.
Basically.
It's been a very late week for
Yeah.
me.
Everything
know
kind of
about
does
you.
that. Like you kind of like slow. You're late to one thing, which makes you late to the next thing, and then you just kind of are used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing with like us being late is at least we're consistently late. So we're consistently
Yeah.
right?
So are we ever late? Really?
We're
Or is
consistent,
it-
yeah.
I think we're
not really
late.
Yeah.
I think we're later than we say.
We're on time at being late every week.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. See, I'm down with that.
Which the audio listeners have no idea what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean,
because
we're just they're just
like, what?
they're
I'm just
listening
listening. I just
They're
downloaded
now
this.
they're just making fun of us.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, maybe their download just took longer than they expected.
Hey, Rebecca,
so-
you're late. You might want to go get. I don't know why I'm going with a pregnant joke.
you just
We're
freaked out like every
know.
girl named Rebecca
Sorry.
listening.
Sorry, Rebecca's out there listening to the Nerd Fusion
How
podcast.
cool would it be if we could like get a demographic breakdown like of people's names?
That would be creepy.
That'd be kind of cool. I'd
That
like
would be
that.
interesting.
I think it'd be creepy just from the fact that it was accessible.
We were
like that you
talking
could get that
At,
data.
at the party last night, by the way, we went to the TI5 after party, which Sevidus didn't come with. We were
I was doing very
dancing.
important
Bacon and I
things.
were dancing on the floor to Deadmau5.
I was making you money.
Yeah. Well, we were.
Then you're excused.
We were also some way making money.
Well, getting dollar bills thrown at you.
Yeah,
is not-
but it's a
we were
it's
making
a start.
we were networking. We
You
networked
have
with
to
quite a
start
few
somewhere, you know.
excuses.
I can't imagine you dancing, Waffle. I don't know. You're like.
I don't
you'd be
know.
That
It's
skinny,
the
awkward guy trying
it's
to do
the
like dance
awkward,
moves, you know?
lanky, whatnot. but
Whatever.
It's
Honestly,
Yeah.
at least I try. I'm
Bacon.
like Dan over here, who wouldn't. You know, he just walked away from the floor, and I was going
Yeah,
ham.
I was bored.
Well, let's talk about it. The International is this weekend.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you guys went.
It
what was it like being there?
Dude, the production
in the
value of that
stands.
show, they had like everything
incredible.
synced. Like the stage, if someone in the game would use like an ultimate ability, like all the lights in the building would go crazy, and depending on the champion and what ultimate it was, they all had different things, and everything was synced together. It felt very like meshed. And
I feel like that's how like they
Yeah.
do things. Valve just does things like that.
yeah.
Like better than anybody else.
I've never
where
seen.
They just make it
yeah.
like super ritzy.
There was like no commercials either because they raised like what 20%. I don't know
raised-
the percentage, but I bet they raised almost 100 million for it.
They raised
I
a
know
lot.
the pot was like 19 million or something.
It was
right?
like 18 point something million,
Yeah.
but that was only a percentage of all the compendium sales, and I think it might even be as low as 20%, but I'm not sure about
Holy
that.
crap.
Which means they made 100 million off that or something insane.
Well, they also
Yeah.
made. I think they were probably in the green just from attendees.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like a really good event. They put on a great show up until the very end, but I think everyone's been
What
making-
happened at the end?
Oh,
Oh, you
God.
mean just the game itself? There wasn't
No,
like anything
the last
wrong
game
with
was
the show.
amazing. The show was great, but the second after the last game ended,
Yeah.
it's like they didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, like they
like,
didn't have
they
a plan
didn't
for
plan
to
it.
close it out.
It was, okay, after the last game ended, there was 3 minutes of just like talking to the winners. They just won $6.6 million, right? They're all
my
millionaires.
God.
And, you know, of course they're in shock, but they just talked to them for like barely any time at all. It was really cringy. And then they just like went straight to Deadmau5, who did a 1 minute transition into a trance song. That was
That's
like
it?
was supposed to be super hype, but it was just like really quiet for like a good 30 seconds. Yes. And it was everyone was like, what is going on right now? I don't understand. So
Did people like start to leave, or did they realize that they could leave? Like,
I
you know,
don't-
there's
it
always
was
that
awkward.
awkward point where it's like, do we go? Is there something else?
and there was
coming?
like fireworks going off and confetti, and it was like really not hype music.
They had pyro inside.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. It was really cool. I'll have to
that's
show you.
sweet.
You would
Fireworks
love it.
inside?
Yeah. Have you seen any
scary.
like EDM like festivals? They set off fireworks like in like domes like all the time. It seems really dangerous.
I've never gone to a festival like
I
inside.
thought this was a
It's always
pretty
been outside.
like confined place.
It was like an arena, like
jeez.
it basically where they play like basketball or hockey or something
Yeah.
like
Hockey.
that. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Oh boy. Well, that sounds fun.
It was.
I spent my weekend in the studio.
How was it?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday felt fantastic. I was spraying adhesive on your walls, on bacon.
That sounds really
on
dirty.
his.
Wow.
I'm just saying the contact high was real.
Yeah.
And like the whole time I'm like, oh God. Okay, I can't be high on Twitch. I can't be high on Twitch. I can't be high on Twitch.
What was it? We were
And so I had to like
painting.
pretend like I wasn't.
painting, and I felt like I closed the door so I can paint easier, and I just felt like it hitting
Yeah.
me.
Boom.
It was like, oh god, I've been in this room for 4 hours with these fumes. Like I'm
Yeah.
feeling it now.
I was like,
yeah.
painting is fun.
I got a
Yeah.
headache, and so I took
Yeah.
the pills. But after I was like, "Woohoo, this is good.
This feels really
This
good
is
right now.
fantastic."
Maybe this is why Bob Ross was happy all the time.
Yeah.
Happy little
I'll pay
boy.
happy little trees all day.
Right.
Sniffing that paint
Yeah.
backstage. I don't know. PBS. Do they have stages? It's PBS. I mean,
They have to. They run so much
They
stuff.
buzz.
It's like the sales networks or whatever in the morning. The Oh, I love infomercials.
I am
I-
a sucker for a good infomercial.
Yeah.
Dude, like the knife ones at like 4 in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so
Oh
soothing.
Oh my God, the
God.
chops. Oh, I love the ones that are like the new special type of oven.
No,
Whatever kind of
the
oven has
best
come out.
Vacuum cleaners, and they have to like they're like
Oh
we
my
could pick
God,
up
they're so
18
good.
pool balls, and they're like sucking up in this massive custom
Yeah.
thing, and like, and then they have like a fucking 20-foot hose, and they're just like they're like we can suck up a ribbon that's 200 meters long, and it's like
Oh my God.
why would you ever
Yeah.
need to do that?
I
It
need
doesn't
that.
matter what you,
You know
need
what?
to do. Okay.
It just shows that it can do that, okay? That's
Yeah,
how
I guess.
powerful it is.
I'm a
Whatever.
QVC whore. What I'll do is I will like go onto because they like all live stream now. I'll go onto one of the infomercial websites, QVC, HSN, any of those.
They live stream them?
Yeah, they're
You
all
can
live
talk
stream.
with them?
What?
And so you can't talk with them. Like it's just they take their broadcast and they put it live on their website.
Okay, I want
And
that now.
so I just go on and I'm like, oh, it's jewelry off. Oh, it's clothes off. But then it's like, oh, it's cooking segment.
Wait, clothes?
Those-
Hello.
Yeah.
It's like
You know those are the
porn.
best.
Oh my God, yeah. They
Those
make
are
the
so
food
good.
look so good. It's the food and the gadgets.
Dude, the milkshake one,
gadget
like
stuff?
the blenders and stuff.
Yeah.
They
Those
make
are
like a
good.
million things, like the bullet or whatever.
Oh, it's so good.
It's like you can make eggs, you can make milkshakes, you can make
The
protein
magic
shakes.
bullet
Like,
sucks. I have it.
You have
The
it?
worst. Yeah, it's the worst.
Are you
I
just
actually ended
saying
up-
that?
No, I ended up getting the blend tech of all things, and that thing is freaking godlike,
Okay, well,
though.
that's a
that's
a
god
That's
freaking
a-
blend
that's
tech
a
blender.
$400 blender, I
That's-
think.
The magic bullet's a blender too. What are
Yeah,
you
but that's like
talking
a
about?
$90 value,
Yeah.
and you get 2 of them, and if you tell your friends, you get 5 more, kind of thing.
They suck though. They're gonna like break within a year.
Oh god.
I feel like my favorite thing to watch is the tech when they're selling like a computer, and the guy up there representing Dell has no clue what he's talking about. It's
Oh
just
god.
it's just hilarious to like. I'm not picking on Dell, obviously. Dell, if you want to advertise with us,
Dude, are we getting
You really
Dells?
shouldn't
Yeah,
like.
we're just
oh,
dumping
God.
on Dell.
I'm just
I hope you know. That,
no. Actually,
I
they
hope
should be
you know.
proud that the first thing I thought of was Dell.
I hope you know the head
of
of innovation at Dell watches the stream.
the head of what does that job even mean?
What is? Yeah, that's
It
like
is.
a made
It is
up
a guy
job.
at Dell.
That's like the head of fun at Mojang.
basically.
Like, I don't.
It's a guy getting paid a lot of money. To not. I don't know, but he does watch the stream
The head of innovation.
at Dell. Yeah.
Well, hey, if you would like, I mean, what's up?
Dude,
Speaking of
Nerd
QVC,
Fusion can get. Oh,
Speaking of QVC, I have an interesting story about my grandma.
What?
She never drives. She sits at home all day. She watches TBN, the religious channel, and then QVC or HSN all day.
Yeah.
And she will order stuff all day for on those sites. So eventually she blew through my grandfather's retirement fund. So she took out a mortgage on the house and kept buying more stuff. And eventually she lost her house, and because she donated so much to TBN and bought so much stuff she couldn't pay it back, so she lost her house.
What?
That is the
I
saddest.
thought you were gonna tell a funny story, and this is
Funny.
That is the saddest thing I've heard all day.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, it's 100% real.
I don't know. Are you kidding that you told us that? Like,
I was waiting for
I've
like a happy story.
How
Like my
depressing
grandma.
right
You
used
guys
now.
were being way too happy for a minute.
Okay.
I had to bring it down.
Wow. You don't have to be so depressed, dude.
Holy
That's your
crap.
new nickname, Depressing Dan, right now.
yeah.
Downer Dan.
Don't be
Dan.
don't be
Yeah.
a downer Dan.
Be like that SNL skit where it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh my god. I don't know how to transition out of that.
yeah.
So, anyways, more about
Like,
poop jokes.
Wow.
Oh, look!
All right.
There's a
Yeah,
the title of this one right here. Police catch man smuggling something special in his
yeah,
rectum.
I thought Severus would
Why
like this
are
story.
we? I mean, the thing is, we got a lot of poop emails,
Yeah.
and I specifically skipped them.
We're going for this. What
it's-
the heck?
we're
There
going
was a
This
picture of
isn't
it.
poop.
There was
This
a
isn't
picture
poop.
what came out of his rectum.
What he
Why?
smuggled. Okay, so
Okay, what are we
this
doing?
this guy in Wyoming was pulled over for something, some like random traffic thing, and when he stepped out of the car, like for something, an eyeball rolled onto the ground. So the police
what did?
An eyeball, and the police were like, they were like thinking, this could be murder. We got to
No.
we got to investigate.
No, I'm
So
reading this.
What they did was they arrested him on suspicion. He was acting really weird. They took him down to the station. They performed a cavity search, and they found 30 cow eyeballs in his rectum.
What?
He was because he works at a factory that deals with animals, and they usually just throw all these eyes away and don't do anything with them. And they wouldn't let him take them home. So his response to this was, "I'm going to smuggle them out of my work on a regular basis, and cook them because he likes eating them so
in
much.
soups.
He puts them in soups." So he's smuggling eyeballs through his rectum.
This cannot be real.
home.
Let me just tell you an email we got, okay? There was an email last week that we got that said, the first 17 minutes of last week's podcast was so disgusting I had to take off my headphones.
Yes.
This is 10 times worse.
No,
10
it's
times
not.
worse.
Dude, think
Smuggling,
about it.
smuggling disgusting cow eyeballs in your rectum is
Right.
not
He's
worse than
seven.
jizz. You've touched
Seven.
jizz before. I'll bet you haven't touched a cow
Wait.
eyeball coming out of your rectum.
30 of them, and then he
Okay.
eats them.
But he says they're beneficial for erectile dysfunction, which
Oh.
he currently battles. But he also says that he
Yeah.
likes the texture and the taste, so that's a bit weird, though. Like, what would the texture of an eyeball be? Like, would it like snap
Eyeballs
like
are-
a grape?
Eyeballs
Like,
are jelly. They're
Yeah.
like liquidy in the
I
middle.
wish I knew that person's name so I could apologize right now.
I don't
but, like,
know, but I
because
would
they're
like
going
to
to be
see.
needing this again.
Yeah.
I feel like if I bit into my eyeball, it'd like snap like a really fresh grape and just like juice.
Okay.
Grape.
By the way, I don't believe this story. I don't believe
It's a good thing that I can edit the audio before we.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Why? Is there anything in here that's going to be funny?
I thought it was hilarious. That was just me.
You
I'm
thought that
not
was
with you,
hilarious,
Dad.
but
I'm not
jizz
with
is
you.
nasty.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
You know what? Jizz is intimate, okay? That's why it's gross.
Do you want to transition into another one that's like sort of have to do with farting?
I want something funny.
Okay.
All right. Go
These
ahead,
are pretty
Waffle.
good. Okay, so I've actually seen these before, and
Yeah.
I'm curious how effective they are. But you can now buy jeans and pajamas that stop your farts from smelling. And on top of that, I know for like just because
No.
I've seen them on Amazon or whatever, you can buy underwear with like scented pads on your bottom. So when you fart, it smells like a green forest or something.
Okay, when you say you've
A
seen them on
green
Amazon,
forest.
You know what I mean?
when you say you've seen them on Amazon, what do you really mean?
He bought the bottom.
But they make like liners for your pants, like so you put them like right near your butt. So if you have like
Kid,
a
but do you
chronic,
take these liners out like
you
before you,
can,
wash
yeah,
them?
yeah.
Okay.
And if you have,
It'd be perfect for that day you got really bad gas.
Look
you
at the
still wanna go
picture
on a
that they're
date, you
using.
know?
The picture that they're using to describe.
you mean
Right?
the stock photo of the fucking
Yeah, the
ripped
stock
guy
photo.
Model.
and
I
the
swear
model
you-
that's like,
Don't worry.
and they're so
It
happy.
smells like cinnamon buns.
Oh my God! I ripped half, but you won't smell it.
I just pooped my pants, but he won't know.
It's okay, hon. I just.
They feature the jeans and pajamas feature a full carbon lining from the waistband to just above the knee, which gives increased protection from odors. So it doesn't actually change their smell.
It
just
changes.
It just
It masks
takes.
it.
It's like a gas mask for your butthole.
Oh God.
I mean,
That's
sure.
what it is.
Good
It's
analogy,
carbon
yeah.
filters.
But this is not the end of the line for shreddies.
They
No, they're
make-
called shreddies.
They're shreddies?
Shreddies.
Shreddies.
Dude,
Oh my
anyone
God,
has these-
Shreddy's flatulence filtering underwear. That's amazing.
I'm gonna have to get my brother these.
They're working
Like,
on the
seriously.
designs for trousers suitable for workwear and other items like chinos.
So I think this is a bad idea to put in pants, but you know what this is a really good technology for? Is trash bags. It's been a pretty big like scientific leads is like trash bags. They can eliminate the odor just by the trash bag.
Yeah,
They
we
do that
actually have
now.
those.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Like that's what I think. I mean, I guess if you have a chronic farting issue, this would like save your life. But
The average person passes wind 14 times a day.
Really?
do we not
Yeah.
notice like those little ones just coming out?
I think I'm a light passer. Then.
Maybe.
Maybe some are just so faint you don't even
Maybe you
realize
like
it.
actually strain yourself and then you just don't even realize it.
For extra protection, you can double up your Shreddy's denim with a pair of its award-winning pants. So you can put on Shreddy's undies and then Shreddy's pants, and you can be like 100% sure.
Yeah, if your farts are the kind that like peel off paint, you would
Oh,
need both the
God.
underwear and the pants just to take it down.
Like
a
I said, I'm
notch.
getting my brother these because he like works out and he has like those really disgusting protein farts. That,
Oh
like,
God.
Oh,
you'll like
man.
you'll fart in the car. You'll go in the mall for like 3 hours. You'll come back. It still smells like freaking butthole. It's disgusting.
Again, this versus jizz. That's all I'm saying.
Farts are funny though. Farts are funny.
So is
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously people that fart more than 14 times a day. So they're raising
I
the
don't even-
average.
Like Dan.
Yeah,
Hey.
Dan, do you fart more than 14 times a day?
I probably do a few big ones a day, not a lot of little ones.
How about this? Let's do some homework. We should try and count how many
We
farts
should try
we
to
do
count.
a day.
Yeah.
And then next
then-
week we'll come back with like a little
With data.
average.
You know? Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have real
Keep
data.
one of those trackers they use at conventions
Data.
to track people. It's just like, oh,
You know,
farted.
Sev, can we get like a methane detector and like hook it up with your like Bluetooth phone so we can like automatically detect how many times you
Ooh.
fart a day?
I wonder if they mean like the whole fart or if each flap is a separate
Each
fart.
flap
No.
is definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
That's like your vocal cords, right?
Yeah.
No.
Because you could turn one fart into many farts if you're really talented.
Yeah, like
Okay,
sometimes you
well.
machine gun it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or sometimes you have the squeakers. I love the squeakers.
Yeah,
You just lift up one cheek when you're in the computer chair and just like let one out.
Yeah, like the really loud one that.
I always try to have like the most disgusting farts whenever I'm around Andrea, though. Dude, I do this thing whenever
That's a marriage thing, I think.
I'm like, hey, Andrea. She's like, what? I'm like, I just fart. She's like, oh, God damn it. And it's never going to end.
Have you ever Dutch ovened her?
No, I've never been that cruel.
Your kid is gonna grow up thinking that this is acceptable to do to its mom.
Mommy.
It's going to be awesome.
Well, while we're on the subject of butts, like, what is this podcast turning into? Seriously. Okay, next week I'm gonna be motivated. Would my phone please stop going off? Next week I'm gonna be motivated to like read all of these articles and make sure that
Yeah,
honestly,
they're not
sure
gonna be
you
there.
will.
There's not gonna be
Honestly,
a single
sure
article.
you
That's
will.
all the poop articles we have. The rest of them are pretty normal.
No,
Like,
Oklahoma man gets 30 years in prison for fatal atomic wedgie.
okay, well, it's semi-related, but not really.
It's butt related.
Let's see. Anything else butt
Wait, is
related?
this
And
real?
underwear.
40 couples arrested for having sex in hotel rooms in India. I mean,
Well, that's probably just...
Wait,
that might be
What?
butt related.
Yeah, that one's an interesting
it
story.
might be, but really.
Michigan lawmaker plans smear campaign against himself.
That one is a really good story.
Okay.
The Michigan one. I want that one.
All right, let's look at it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Because we're going to move on to questions
Michigan?
afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so a politician in Michigan planned a smear campaign against himself because he was having an affair with another lawmaker in like whatever the Michigan Congress is. So he's having an affair with a woman. They're both married, and there's risk of this getting out. So his plan was to create an over-the-top smear campaign against himself of him having sex with a male prostitute behind a club. And someone caught it on tape, him planning this out. He wanted to have this big story to cover up the little one.
Oh, God. I don't know why this is playing right now. Okay.
Epic music for
Yeah.
affairs.
That's funny. So he basically wanted to make up a fake story to cover up the fact that he was banging his other
Yeah.
senator or
He's
whatever.
an extremely religious, devout Republican candidate, so it was funny that he would do that.
Why is it always like that? Why is it the people like? I don't understand.
You know it's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's always like the ones that should be the most prudish that are always
Yeah.
the ones that are out there.
I don't know.
Maybe it's because for everybody else, it's just like, duh.
Yeah.
Like, of course they would do
it's
that.
common sense, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
Okay,
Well,
that's pretty funny though, and obviously it backfired. How
like,
did they record it?
completely. I don't know.
Apparently his aide was recording the conversation and
Oh
leaked it.
snap!
Because the aide was to him was like, you could just quit. He was like, I might have to. But yeah. It was, and now
Well, now he
now
obviously
this blew up
does.
in his face, and now it's double whammy.
Blew up in his face,
Well, there you go.
much like she did.
Wait, before we move on, why didn't we talk about Kermit and Miss Piggy breaking up?
Are you
What?
serious?
I didn't hear
You guys
about
didn't
that.
know that they broke up?
That's a lie. Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious, dude.
Why would they break up?
I don't know. They're just... There was some
What writer
tweets in it.
decided this?
Dude, it's on time.com. I will link it to you. Just give me 1 second.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't hear about
How are we
this.
gonna get the link?
Like I googled it. Oh yeah, wait, they're together again on prime
There.
time.
Right
What's-
there. It's in the doc. You didn't
Let's
know that?
see here.
I don't know why it's the website's not
Yeah,
working.
Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy announce a split. Announce a split?
Yeah, they
Are
they
the
broke
voice
up.
actors like
Kermit
together?
has a new girlfriend, Denise.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, works in marketing for ABC.
Longtime loves Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy announced on Tuesday that they had made a difficult decision to terminate our romantic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I sounded a lot like a woman for a minute there.
Is this like on The Onion or something?
No,
It's
it's
time.
No, this is real. It's on CNN.
legit.
Yeah.
They're not.
Kermit the Frog here, currently sad and depressed.
Was that entire thing just so you could do your voice?
No, I don't know why I just said that.
That was a great
What?
setup.
Come on, that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, Kermit the Frog posted on Facebook about it. We will continue working together on the television series and in all media now known and hereafter devised in perpetuity throughout the universe. However, our personal lives are now distinct and separate, and we'll be seeing other people, pigs, frogs, etc.
What?
This is our only comment on this private matter. Thank you for understanding. The two have been a couple
Sad.
for almost 40 years, going back to the syndicated Muppet Show.
Right?
Wow. That's, it's fake stuff,
Yeah.
but
40 years is a
Was
long
it Minnie
time,
Mouse and
man.
Mickey Mouse? I know there was
That's,
one of those
like,
couples
real.
that actually were like the voice actors were married and everything. Was it Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse? I can't remember.
I think they've been, like Kermit and Piggy, Miss Piggy, have been around for so long together.
Yeah.
And even though it's like fiction, it feels sad.
I mean,
Right? It does.
It's a little...
Is
What are
is it possible for Kermit and Piggy to make a frig? A little baby.
Frick.
Or a pog,
Dude, Pogs?
Prog.
We play with like little offspring of
I don't
Kermit
think
the
that's
Frog
possible.
and-
Okay.
I don't think it's
in
possible.
Just
cardboard, circular cardboard form?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have some questions here. Moving right on past these.
It's for the adult Muppet shows this fall. Wink, wink.
Oh.
Maybe they're going that route.
Hello.
Oh, baby.
All right, so this is a fun question.
Oh, great.
This is from Scott. The subject is definitely not about bestiality or dating a 72-year-old trans grandmother. Here we go.
Excuse me?
Call me
What?
Scott. Like waffle, I'm a lifelong virgin. Just a needless comment. Okay, well, that was needless. I don't know. Why do I read everything?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm the anchor man right now, and I just read every line. Question. Would you rather have the power to visit any point in time or travel anywhere in the universe instantly without dying?
Can you use it more than once, or it's like a
No,
one-time
it's
deal?
a one-time deal. So you can
Oh.
either travel in time once or travel anywhere in the universe once.
Can we come back to our modern day?
Let's say no. And you have to make a choice. You can't say, screw both of them.
Probably the time thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So in the same place that you're at right now, you'd go back in time.
Yeah. Well, does it say you have to go back, or can you go forward?
Oh, you'd go forward in time. How far forward would you go?
I don't know if I even want to go forward.
That's scary. It's
You'd
like-
never
I feel
know.
like I
What's
feel
the
like I'd
never
future?
save
know,
it.
yeah.
I feel like I'd save it for like my moment before my death if I do something really stupid,
Eh,
just to get a
So,
second chance.
Like the moment before your death, and then you go like 1,000 years in the future where you know at that point in time nobody's dying.
Well,
No, I'd go back to fix me not dying.
Oh no, that's not what they're saying. They're saying you travel through time as yourself, not where you are in like 15 years or whatever.
Interesting.
So yeah,
so I could go back in time
travel.
and then have sex with myself.
You could.
Oh.
in theory.
I choose time.
Oh god.
Just so you can have sex with yourself. Like,
I
God.
mean, no.
well,
Never.
the problem with traveling forward is that there's infinite parallel universes that you can end up in for every choice that
You
could
can
be
travel
possibly
forward
made.
theoretically, with gravity wells, right?
Here we go.
Yeah. So
Like-
with like I guess I feel like traveling back in time is impossible. Like with current
Yes,
physics, it's not
but
possible.
Future is possible.
Yes.
In theory, according
Yes.
to quantum physics.
Well, not quantum. It's not quantum based. It's just normal physics. Right?
Both
Nerds.
of you.
Holy crap.
I'm
Sev
pretty
is
sure
just
it's quantum
Sev is
physics.
Funny,
cringing
this is
because
hilarious.
this is like his
This
PhD,
is, like,
right?
Absolutely hilarious to
Yeah.
me. What about you, Paz? Would you travel in time?
I travel back in time. See, my answer is kind of depressing.
I would travel back in time to when I conceived this baby and not do it.
Maybe
No. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm Aboriginal. Our people were born on storytelling and everything. We don't have anything written down, so I can't go back and just read about my people or anything like that. I'd like to go back in time, see how they lived, and do all that stuff. Because, like I said, our people are all storytellers. We didn't write shit down, and when the residential schools came in and everything, they ripped out our fucking history, man. So, like I said,
So
depressing answer, but
You'd go back like how many years? A few hundred years.
definitely before Christopher Columbus.
Well,
Definitely
you
before
think
Christopher
one
Columbus.
person with a
So like you'd go back like 700 years
Yeah.
and call it good.
do you think
Hell yeah.
like if you had the information you have today, you could go back and like actually make a difference in the past, or would you just be like lynched because people
I'd
wouldn't
probably
accept
be
you?
Would it be
But
so
I don't
weird,
know.
right?
No one would believe you.
Yeah, no, like
I feel.
they'd probably think you're like a witch
And by yourself, could you have any large effect on the future?
if you invented the wheel.
I mean, but you would have to know. Okay,
Maybe the person that invented the wheel back in the day actually was
went
somebody
back.
from the
and that started it all,
Yeah,
like the 7 basic machines or whatever.
yeah. Oh my God, wheels.
I personally would pick to travel anywhere in the universe.
Where would you go
I would
besides
too.
here, right?
I would go to work just so I could just say I teleported to work once.
Wow.
Okay.
'Cause if you go anywhere in the universe, you could
I
be
mean,
there
would
you
forever and
document
never
this?
see a person
The
ever
problem
again.
is, like, the question's
Yeah.
weird. It says you can go anywhere in the universe, but like,
Yeah.
you pretty much die if you go
Yeah.
anywhere, wouldn't you?
They said you can't die, so you go
You
there
can't
and be
die. You're
stuck there
guaranteed not to
forever
die. Yeah.
by yourself until the end of time.
I'd go
You can't
visit
die.
an Earth-like planet.
That would be. Wait, so you can teleport and you never die?
You're just like
You
immortal
teleport
in,
and you're immortal. Yeah.
in
Oh,
some place
wait, I
forever.
choose that. That's amazing.
I would go to.
I could
another
teleport
Earth-like
literally
planet.
like a foot away from me. Then I'm immortal.
No, that's not what it means. Like
Don't. No, that's the question. Said
process-
anywhere in the
No,
No, it meant
universe.
the process of teleporting does not kill you.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but an Earth-like planet, you don't know if it's gonna be sustainable. Like you don't know if
That's
you're gonna be
all
able
right. I'll
to.
take the risk.
Okay.
Like the planet won't kill you basically. When
But then
get
you by
there.
yourself, and then you're. That's it.
forever.
I mean,
Like on Mars.
I've always
till the
been
end
my
of
own
time.
best friend.
That seems weird. I don't know if I can like handle that. Like,
That poor hand.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
You guys
I
are
mean,
making this way too complicated.
I guarantee this.
I
I'd
have to
probably
overthink
find
everything.
what that planet's poisonous berries are.
In the first second.
That's a good question, though, Scott. Well done.
That was interesting.
Thanks for not asking about bestiality or a 72-year-old.
Friends.
Or
Gendered.
gilfs.
Grandmothers
that's
or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The word gilf was used so much in my last Quick Place game. Oh god.
Also,
Oh,
I
gilfs.
think you guys should do another round of Mad Libs. Okay, we might. Not today, obviously, but
Yeah, we're
At
not
some
we're not
point.
prepared.
That was fun.
okay. So this is from anonymous. The subject is cream bags and pepper slippers. I don't know. Hey boys.
Hey,
Wow.
Hey, how are you?
I do know that this was of the female
Oh,
variety.
my.
with a female
Okay.
gender.
I know how much you all love food.
Oh, that's obvious.
Oh God.
Are they calling us fat?
Yeah.
Is she calling us fat?
Question: would you try any of these dishes from the Wonderful Fuds menu? All right, so I opened the link.
What is the wonderful fuds?
So here it is. It's a real restaurant. Real restaurant. I'm just going to read out some of these foods and you just here we go. Okay, I can't even read that. Tickled shrimp.
Nope.
Pickle trip?
Shrimp.
Nope.
Do you like
Oh,
shrimp?
tickle trip. I
Yeah.
like shrimp.
Tickled shrimp with basil bark and tartar pyramids couched on a sand sheet.
Nope.
Okay, that sounds really pretentious.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
3 trouts on top of each other.
Nope.
Crab dorks with
Nope.
something else on it.
Dork.
The Moby Dick platter.
Nope.
Plankton pie.
Nope.
Algae mash.
Nope.
Blubber balls.
Nope.
2 buckets of
Blubber
seawater.
balls, yes,
Nope.
come on.
Served on a water-damaged plank of driftwood.
Nah.
All right, here's a different one then. We'll leave the seafood. You don't like
This
seafood.
sounds
I don't
like a
like
hipster
seafood.
place,
Okay.
seriously.
Okay. Warning, customers will get totally soaked eating any of those dishes. They throw water on you. Here we go. This one is braised tenderhoof
Nope.
with minstrel wine dipping herbs
Nope.
and a cashew necklace. What the heck is this menu? I'm trying to figure out what this means.
A cashew necklace?
Yeah. Polished windhog.
Nope.
Tickled with a steamed butter spaniel sauce.
How do you tickle something? Like,
I
how do
don't
you tickle
know.
a food?
Broiled tender beef on toasted corn yeast loaf with doodled onions.
That
Oh
sounds
my
good.
god, that sounds gross.
That sounds like, actually, that sounds good.
Anytime yeast is like mentioned, I hate the sound of that.
Frotted bull joints.
Nope.
Dumped in a bucket's worth of hush puppy oil.
Hush puppy oil.
What?
All right, here's some of their sweets. Raspberry quintet with gay sauce.
I would eat that. I would eat that.
I want
yes.
some gay sauce. What is in that?
I don't even know what that means. Pink chunk cobbler splattered with wine yogurt.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Stanza cotta.
I'll eat it. Why not? What is that?
Okay, here we go. Accidentally dropped in a honeydew stuttering with a poo-poo berry possibility.
Nope. Nope.
This can't be real.
How is a
Tiny
food?
turds.
like,
That's their
possi-
kids' menu.
It's like capers.
Small crab chicken dunkers. Tiny clumps of turkey. Half Bill Clinton sandwiches.
What's a Bill Clinton
What's a
sandwich?
So the thing is,
Does it come with a blowjob? Like,
this place is real. If you go to fudsmenu.com, it's real. A journey into food taste from mouth to toilet, traveling the ultimate expanse of the Greco-Japo-Pan-American dining experiences.
Wait, what?
wait, what is this restaurant called?
FUDS, F-U-D-S. Is this real? It's real.
Why is it that like the fancier the food gets, the more like nasty it gets? Like the capers and like duck liver and like
It's not
fish
that
eggs.
expensive.
It's
Cream
kinda
bags and
gross.
pepper slippers is $9. 6 hot dog wieners is $60.
Oh, really?
Red tonsil mix.
Red
Okay.
tonsil
You
mix?
didn't
Yeah.
read Italian beef
Disgusting.
yet.
I don't want to.
Why
I
not?
specifically. Okay, go for it.
Italian beef, Turk style, with a mild whipped prune dick topping and a kiss of Lormian oils.
Yeah, I don't know what all this means.
Dude, you didn't read the stanza cotta. Accidentally dropped
I
in
did.
honeydew stuttering with a poo poo. Did you?
Do you think
I
they
don't.
actually kiss
Poo-poo.
it with the oils?
I
Like
don't-
put the
I don't
oils in their
know.
lips and just
I don't know.
go for it?
Okay, so next one is from Anonymous as well. The subject is Dear Sev. Dear Sev, I mean, I do get to pick the questions, so, you know. Okay, Dear Sev, I have a pickup line for you. But see, it's kind of related to everybody. So, I have a pickup line for you, but first I'd like to say thank you for streaming as well as bacon. Hashtag fuck waffle.
Thanks.
Beautiful Dan. Okay,
F-bomb.
to the point. Sev, that shirt is very becoming of you. If I were on you, I'd be coming too. It's actually pretty good.
Oh my god.
That's actually
That's
pretty
beautiful.
good.
Yeah,
That is a sexy shirt, so
I actually
gotta-
do like that.
I
That's a
there
good
was a
one.
guy at the after party wearing our Neffy shirt, so shout outs to that guy. That was cool.
Was there? Wait, what?
There was multiple people I met wearing Neffy shirts at,
At
the
the-
TF5 after party.
Nice. There was also that JetBlue tweet.
Yeah, did you also
Yeah,
the guy
what
from Nvidia was wearing our shirt too?
Well, that was
Yeah,
that
Big
was
Giant
Jimmy.
Circles.
That was
Yeah.
Big Giant
Wait, that was
Circles.
Jimmy?
Yeah, Big Giant Circles.
He
They were
looked
just
different.
casting
Yeah.
on the Nvidia channel.
Oh, he totally looked different.
Yeah, they were just casting on the Nvidia channel.
Oh,
but that was
there you go.
BGC. Yeah.
I didn't
He's
notice.
the boss.
Well, I love Jimmy, so
He says, "Now have my babies. There's no option to command." Oh, God.
Wow.
well, there you go.
Okay, then.
Rip says babies.
Luck Fearic.
I don't think
I
anyone
love
says
you
that.
all. Thanks, BB. I'm a guy. Okay. Anyways, thank you very much, Anonymous, for that becoming pickup line.
This is the best.
It worked. What does that mean? It worked. Okay. So this can we move serious for a minute?
Serious?
I
How
don't think
serious?
that's possible,
Yeah.
but okay.
All right, we're gonna move serious. Actually, you know what? Erica will take us into the serious. We're gonna go from that serious. Okay, here we go. Nerd help needed for all the things, please. Hey nerds, I'm seeking advice from the greatest experts I know. whose advice I trust most sincerely.
Okay.
May God help you.
Oh,
Oh
gosh.
my God.
That's a lot of pressure.
Insert pause statement about not being legally qualified for this. Okay. Backstory if needed. I'm currently in the best relationship I could ever ask for with my boyfriend of almost 3 years.
Ooh, good job.
GG, yo.
Nice.
We're both in our mid-20s, and we have a 5-year-old daughter.
Ooh.
Are you judging right now?
No, I'm just
Yes.
three.
You did the math and found that she
3
was not
years.
married when she had the kid.
Okay.
I've seen it. Okay.
She's from a
Okay.
previous relationship that ended very badly.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
We both work at Disney World. Holy
Wow.
shit,
That's an awesome thing.
Wow.
Except they're cast members. It's weird.
Oh.
Like Disney World has all these rules.
They do.
Because they're not employees, they're cast members.
And they could just like, yeah.
Yeah, they can like.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Anyway, it's cool. Both gamer nerds and love Nerd Fusion. We hope you're coming back to Orlando soon. I will be back in Orlando soon.
I want to go.
It'll
What
be
the heck
fun.
is Orlando?
I call Orlando. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, first topic I would like advice on is, what do guys like as little I'm thinking of you gifts? For girls, there's flowers and chocolates and little trinket.
Silence.
But what do guys
God.
like?
Silence.
You know, it is that easy. Just like bringing food to a guy
That
while
is the
they're playing a
greatest.
video game. Bring food.
A drink or food.
Bring food while they're
food.
playing a
The
video game.
greatest.
Done.
Bring them a beer and some
Pizza?
food.
Pizza. There you go.
Yeah. Just bring food while they're playing a video game.
Are we
and
really
you're
that
done.
easy? 'Cause I feel like
we
we
are
are.
that easy.
That's
like
love.
no kidding. We are
That
that
is
easy.
love.
Someone brings me food when I'm just chilling. That's that's great.
We don't really want stuff. We just want stuff we can
stuff
consume.
gets in the way and it gets
Yeah.
like all
You know.
messy.
Yeah.
And sex. Guys love sex too.
Morning
Just
sex,
bring them
there
up.
I mean,
go.
there's
Just
that.
wake up,
But
quick
that's,
pizza.
that's the obvious answer. But like, we want to
Yeah.
give. She probably knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to give something that's a little bit.
I mean, if
She
she's
did
made
know
it
that,
3 years
though.
without giving him food, does she want a better answer than just food?
I feel like she's asking. She wants to buy him something.
like a gift.
Like,
That's hard because
a
every
gift.
guy
it's,
is
it's very
different.
dependent on what you. Well, a gamer nerd. I mean, you can always buy a Nerd Fusion shirt. we don't have any on sale right now. But no. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because you work at Disney World, so you have access already, and he has access to all this, like, all the knickknacks you could ever want. Mm-hmm. Right?
If he's a
Seriously,
gamer, give him a
just
gift card to GameStop.
like Steam, GameStop.
Oh, not
I- or
GameStop.
I really hope
or
the PC
Steam,
gamers.
you know, whatever.
do you?
If he's not a PC gamer, buy him a PC and
Do
then like done.
I mean,
forever.
yeah. Well, there's definitely that, but like, I don't like getting gift cards.
I agree.
I
It feels
feel
very
like it's
unpersonal.
yeah, it's very impersonal. And I mean, are they married?
You know what?
No, they're boyfriends and girlfriends.
She can get him the farting pants.
There you go. Actually, that is a good thing to get a guy. Something
Are
funny.
we sponsored?
Something funny. Seriously, something funny
Yeah.
is always good. Funny or food. That's
Ooh,
my two things.
I got another good one. A customized console that has like their name on it, like a skin for your console.
Yeah, you can get skins. They're pretty cheap.
A
actually.
plaque on the wall for biggest donger or nicest donger if they don't have the biggest donger, you know.
The newest
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling movie.
Okay. Well, moving on.
I like
are you
when
wearing
Andrew
that shirt
Ryan Gosling-
again?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
but
I was
I'm just saying.
concerned.
Andrew, like,
I don't
there's
know.
a couple times where Andy brought me like a Ryan Gosling movie. I'm like, oh.
Well, that's because she knows that you really,
Yeah.
really enjoy that. So yeah, whatever he really enjoys. I mean, it's easy.
The problem is like getting him gaming stuff. Like a lot of times as a gamer, you know what you want,
Yeah.
and like when someone else gets stuff for you, it's like
Okay.
it might not be exact. I kind of want to.
Well, she says she's a gamer too.
Okay.
So they probably talk about it a lot.
Okay.
That's why I like gift cards. I like to get what I want, not what someone thinks I want.
I just forget about the gift cards and I end up not spending them, and it's like, well, they just made money.
Yeah, you can sell them by the way. There's a website you can sell gift cards to, and they just pay you like a little bit under what it is.
All right.
That's how it works.
There's 4 questions here in this email. So we can
Gosh.
move on.
Okay.
Second topic, mainly aimed towards bacon.
Okay.
All right. My daughter starts kindergarten next week. Is there something that you did to celebrate or commemorate the first day of school? Actually, you know what? This is a good test for the parent to be here.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause. When your kid is going to kindergarten for the first day, are you going to celebrate with them? Or are you just going to be like, yo, get your ass in school?
I don't know. That's like 5 years from now. That's a long
yeah,
time to.
Yeah, you need to start stressing now. So,
Don't tell me this. I want to play
don't
games
know.
and like Legos and all that.
do you guys remember when you first went to school? Like, did you have a
No,
celebration
I don't
or anything?
remember.
In kindergarten, oh god, I went to preschool before kindergarten, which
Yeah.
I think is a smart thing to do
I
for your
did that.
kids, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a really good, like, to get the kids in the preschool, like, they get social and stuff, they get experience with, like, making friends and stuff before they go to kindergarten. And it's much easier, like, because when I was in preschool, I didn't want my parents to ever leave me, and I got sad, but my sister was there, which was nice, so I didn't have to, like, be lonely. But when I got to kindergarten, I was used to it at that point, so.
Did you do anything to commemorate the first day?
Yeah, the whole school, the first day was a really big thing where the parents came to the school and spent the whole day with the kids, so they kind of got used to the environment. And that was, I went to a private kindergarten, like, my kindergarten, the 4th grade was a private school for me.
I went to public school. Both my parents worked. They dropped me off. And
I went to public
school. I had to
school.
fend for myself.
I feel like
I'm from the streets.
I definitely went to public, but I feel like what I just remember like the first day of the first few years of my schooling that wasn't preschool.
Awful.
I think we had like this piece of paper and I dipped my hand in paint and I like put it down and I watched my hand like grew over the few years.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of things are cool to do.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's asking. Things like
I
that.
got like my parent, like I got the cliche me on the bus. I'm like going to school with, with my backpack.
The pictures. Always take
I got the
pictures.
Yeah, you got the pictures.
My favorite thing my parents did for me was they put my height on the wall for every like year.
Yeah.
They did that, that's like
Little
more
notches.
of a birthday thing.
That's
but
like, yeah, I'd say that's birthday.
that's weird. Like looking back at that, like 10 years and seeing how much you grew. It's kind of
You know, it's
ridiculous.
really weird moving into a house that has that. It's like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Watching.
Oh yeah, they didn't like clean it or paint
Yeah.
over it or
Yeah,
anything. They
yeah.
just have it
Let me
there.
just paint over
God,
their
that's
memories.
Really hope they took a picture of this. Oh, that's really funny actually. All right.
God.
Third topic. I hate flying. Hi, pause. See, I told you had to be here today.
Oh boy.
It makes me terribly nervous, and I have had anxiety attacks on a few flights.
Oh God.
Is there anything that you could suggest that might make flying a little easier?
Talk to your doctor. Get some anti-anxiety medication. That's what I did.
Done. Did it help?
Yes.
Like a lot?
Definitely.
It makes you kind of
Yes.
Were
drowsy
you just
too.
legit?
It
So
makes
it's
me
just-
drowsy, but I also find like playing games and like reading a book definitely takes my mind off of everything, and listening to music. I don't know what it is. Like if I hear like the engine speeding up, I like my heart starts racing. I'm like, fuck, I just swore, but I'm picturing myself on a plane. I hate flying so much.
Do you have nice sound canceling headphones for music and stuff? Because I bet that would help a lot.
I should get some.
Though, like nice Bose
You just
headphones.
flew.
Oh man.
You just
Yeah.
flew back and forth from Winnipeg,
Winnipeg, yeah.
and you were fine after you took the pills. Because
Yeah.
was that the first time that you had the anti-anxiety medicine?
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's just like straight up helped all the way.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ask for
Dude,
something a
that's
little
it.
bit
Let's go.
stronger, just to like make me tired so I could pass out. But
Knock him out, doctor.
but I'm worried like if I fly to like Toronto and then I have to go through border and I'm like, hey guys, I'm
What's
going
up, yo?
just all drowsy and everything. So
Well, then you just switch
I
back to the older
love
medicine.
flying, by the way.
I'm a big fan of flying.
I love it.
I hate it.
You know what I really
like
like? Oh my God, are we saying like every company name in the world today?
Yeah.
On United, they have Channel 9, which is you can listen to air traffic control.
I love that.
And I don't even listen to music. I don't watch
Yeah.
anything. I
You
just
can,
listen to air traffic control for hours.
So back in college, I did like I was a private pilot.
God, I'm a nerd.
Like I was a private pilot at like a small airport, so it didn't have a tower, but like I was right next to RDU, which is like this massive airfield in North Carolina. So like I was in this small little plane, right? I was flying by myself, which is cool, but like you can land at the big airports if you know the like proper communication and everything, right? It was so fun landing a little itty bitty plane like at like 200 feet, and then seeing the huge jets land as well and everything. I just
Yeah.
love doing that.
At Raleigh.
I love it. But
Well, you're a nerd.
like
I'm a
sometimes
nerd.
though,
God, I'm such a nerd.
I could fall asleep before we taxi to the runway, and I wake up
While
as
you're flying?
as I feel the bump landing, and I feel like I teleported.
While you were flying, this happened.
Oh no, not by myself.
Okay.
I'm just like no,
No, yeah. Yeah, that happens to me, and you feel the bump, and you're like, oh, hello.
I
we're here.
teleported just like that.
I
Yeah,
really,
I can never
really
watch-
plan my schedule so that I sleep on planes.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can never sleep on planes.
I
There's been
can't
many
sleep in
times,
those little uncomfortable seats.
right?
I,
There's been
I
many
have to
times,
lay
like,
down to sleep. Like,
I'm
I
used to
always
it.
like sleep and then I'll wake up like freaking out, like, oh god, I'm in the air, like my feet aren't grounded.
yeah.
And I
mean-
can never watch television too because like it always feels like there's been multiple times where I was watching like Discovery and then it's like 9/11. I don't want to be on this plane while this documentary
News alert,
going on.
plane
I
falls out
hate
of
it.
sky.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I hate watching television. I always have my iPhone with like my own TV shows on it
That you
because
know
of
is
that
going to be
reason.
safe.
It's happened more than one occasion where I'm like scrolling through and there's like talks about like plane crashes on the news and I'm like, this is why I
mean,
hate flying.
You know, there's
Like,
probably some people that like get an adrenaline rush
Oh yeah.
They like every time they go like on an airplane, they're like, "Oh, let's watch this movie. Let's watch Final Destination.
Let's go.
Oh god.
Let's do Final Destination."
Come at me. Let's go.
Okay, fourth topic. Wow, it's taking us a while. These are really good topics. Is basically
It's a
the
good.
deal
It's a
here.
good email.
Fourth topic. Have you ever had a job
Nope. What?
where the perks were amazing, but the job was absolute shit? You work at Disney, right? I don't know if she's
I think she's having like a real life like,
referencing
moment.
this here. At what point do you throw in the towel? I will say, if you work at Disney, the perks are freaking amazing. And having friends that have worked at Disney, the work is absolute shit. So I can see where you might be coming from with this. I have never had a job where the perks were amazing.
I worked at a video game store when I was 15, and I would say that was probably
that's pretty cool.
I had to like when people weren't in the store, you were forced to play video games to learn all about them, and I thought that was an amazing perk. You got like free energy drinks and like whatever. It felt for a 15-year-old like a dream come true.
Sure. Yeah.
And then you realize it's retail, and you have to deal with customers, and it's like, ugh.
Customer service is.
So you kind of had sort of that
It's
kind of experience.
it's a very light experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get like amazing perks.
What was your first job?
That was that.
Pause.
My first job, I was
Yeah.
working at McDonald's.
My first job.
You worked at McDonald's. How was that?
It was actually not too bad. I was like 15 at the time, and
Yeah.
Is that
we were
like very audit? Like I feel like, don't they have like buttons you have to hit for every station now, so they can like figure out exactly who's the problem?
I have no
Oh,
idea.
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's
I
Wendy's.
don't work at McDonald's anymore.
Really?
Oh, I
Wait,
thought
what?
you were doing that part time still.
Oh, really?
I could have sworn. I
God.
thought you were going to transfer down to a McDonald's.
Feels like a lot of micromanaging in fast food.
What was your first job?
My first job was the easiest job in the world. I was an office assistant at a dorm at a front desk.
What?
Oh God, that is a really easy job.
is that?
Having lived in the dorms, it's like
Yeah.
the easiest job
You
ever.
have to sit there, help people once in a while, and you just
Barely.
sit there and do your homework.
Deliver packages if that's where the packages
Yeah,
are.
and if you got the late night shift because it's 24/7, you could just sit there all night and do your homework,
Nice.
get paid.
It is a really cush job.
Yeah.
Like, I was always like, oh God, they have.
I
like,
never
the
had a
easiest
job in
ever.
college because I just streamed, so I didn't have time
Yeah,
for a job.
I didn't have a job just because I just took everything.
But a lot
way
of my
over the
friends
top.
were like, do RA and stuff like that, which that's a paid job, isn't it? Is RA paid?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Or at least it's free room and board or something.
Maybe that's it, which is a lot of money a year,
Yeah.
I guess. So it's nice.
Aside from Twitch, what was your guys' favorite job?
My first job was I was oh God, I worked in a benthic lab, which sounds like you make drugs.
Yeah.
But you don't.
That dank.
Basically, it's so like when you talk about it, it's just like eyes glaze over, right? Like to test water
Drugs?
quality, to test the water quality of a stream, you can either chemically do it or do it by taking a sample of like the bed of the stream, and then they would bring that sample into the lab. We'd pour it out in these big trays, and I had to go through with a freaking microscope lens and pull out every single tiny aquatic bug that's in the thing. And you're talking like in a tiny square foot of stream bed, you're talking tens and hundreds of thousands of little tiny bugs. And so my job, I sat there with a freaking like lens staring over these trays with tweezers, taking out every single bug and putting them into alcohol. And it was
Would you drink
awful.
the
It was
drink
awful.
The bugs?
No. It was awful.
That sounds terrible.
And that
Sounds
was
pretty boring.
that was the only job I had before going to college.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then in college it didn't work. And then in grad school I got paid for grad school.
you
so.
can't like work and do grad school.
Well, I mean, they pay me to go to
Yeah.
grad school, so it's kind of work. But yeah, so that job was just, oh my God, it was awful.
Definitely resident sleeper there.
Yeah,
used to
I
work
agree.
at
I
a call
fell
I'm a little
asleep
tired.
multiple times on the job. I would be
Really?
sitting there and I fell asleep multiple times.
Oh my God.
And the thing is, like this bitch. Listen, okay. The lab manager or whatever insisted the only thing that we could listen to that was work safe was NPR. So I
Is that
listened
why
to.
you love NPR?
That's just how I know all the freaking references related to NPR.
Because I was
all things considered.
Sev was painting the studio, and he was just like listening to NPR. Was it NPR? Or I forget who you were listening to.
I don't know.
It was some talk show, and he was painting. I'm like jamming like EDM and stuff, like dancing with the fucking.
Oh no!
the painting
I
pole.
was listening to a podcast. That was you weren't
Yeah.
there. No, I was
Oh,
listening
God.
to a podcast. No, that's a really good podcast. It's Bill Burr's podcast.
Oh, Bill Burr, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Burr's
No, that was
awesome.
definitely not NPR.
Yeah. God.
That's like, in fact, if I could think of a podcast that is the opposite of NPR,
Bill
that is
Burr.
probably it. But yeah, I was listening to that because I like to nerd out to podcasts. Before I started doing this podcast, actually, I didn't nerd out to podcasts. I didn't actually listen to any. But now
Really?
I
I like
listen to four or five.
podcasts.
Listen to 4 or 5 different podcasts now. Which is kind of cool. Okay, so let's do one more question here. Oh God, let's do a couple more questions here.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to get to a few of these. We talked about college. Sam asked a simple question here. That was the name and the subject. See how I put those two together into kind of a thing? Okay. Hey guys, what advice do you have for an incoming college freshman? I am, if you care to know, a music education major. That'll probably change. I'm not saying that.
Wow.
I'm not saying that's horrible or anything. No. Okay. Anyway, and moved away from my high school friends and therefore know no one. Happy wishes to you all. I did the same. When I went to college, I moved away and did not know anybody at my college.
I knew 2 people, but they weren't in my major, so I never saw them on my campus.
If you live in a dorm, you'll make friends like in the first couple days.
Yeah. The first
Just-
advice to me is definitely live in a dorm for your first 2 years.
Yeah. And the second advice is go to class.
Yeah.
It's so much freedom your freshman year, and you're like, no, the teachers don't care. If you go to class or not, they typically don't care. Some do have attendance, but most, like,
rare.
in mine, don't, because they just don't care. If you don't go to a test, you don't, turn in homework, they don't care. Whatever, it makes your life easier anyways. It's so easy to get into the stigma of just like, oh, I don't gotta go to class. I don't gotta go to class. I don't gotta go to class. And that happened to me, and I like got my first F ever in a class. And
Are you serious?
I failed my first class on my freshman
Wow.
year.
What was it? What class?
It was physics. Which
Are you serious?
I
What a
love.
jerk.
The thing is, I didn't go, but I turned in all my
How
homework
do you
and everything.
fail mechanics?
I don't. It was I needed to go to class because I thought I took AP. This is the worst. I took AP physics in like A, B, and B, whatever, like in high school. So I thought I knew physics really well. They finished up like what you learned those AP classes in the first like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
I thought I could teach myself it, but I couldn't. So
That was the biggest thing I realized when I was in college was how worthless high school education
high school.
was.
Yeah.
Like just the amount of material that you cover.
You
in
should
both.
never take your AP credits from high school to college. Just drop them and retake the classes in college because you'll have an easier time getting a good grade to start off with.
Well, that's
and,
true.
And then you'll get like an easy A, which is a 4.0, which is great, and that you'll be able to ride that through your college career.
If you're going to stay there the whole time, if you're not trying to do anything
Yeah.
like accelerated or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
I clearly remember at the end of my first semester looking back at like all the stuff that I learned. I'm like, I learned more this semester than I learned in 4 years of high school.
Yeah.
Like high school was worthless.
Basically. And you really learn to teach yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Like I learned
there's a lot
how
of
to actually
self-teaching.
study for once. In high school, I never studied for anything because I never needed
Yeah,
to.
it all went so slow. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the point? Yeah. So hopefully that was
Yay,
interesting
college.
advice. Okay. So this is, I guess, the last question that we'll do here. This is from Taylor.
Swift.
T-Swizzle?
Swift.
Could be.
T-Swizzle was in
T-Swizzle.
Seattle
Could be.
yesterday, and we couldn't go because we got to go to a Dota event, and I wanted to
we
go
had
to.
more important things to
I
do.
want to go to T-Swizzle. Though.
She wanted us to come see your concert.
I
but
know.
We're just like,
She invited us and
whatever.
everything.
She did. She
The
personally
ticket
reached
prices were like $3,000.
Out. She
Called
personally
you up.
reached
Hey,
out.
Waffle.
Well,
Hey,
not
Dance
so
Gaming.
much. More like she personally reached out by telling us we could buy tickets through Ticketmaster.
Oh, wow.
for $3,000 for the seats I
Gotcha.
wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I wanted to be in an arena with a bunch of 13-year-olds and like have my ears bleed, I also wanted to go to the TI5 after party and see Deadmau5. It was a hard choice.
Was it worth it? Was
was-
Deadmau5 good?
Oh yeah, he was good.
Yeah. And they had great food there.
It's hard not to be.
They had the greatest catering. It was
Are
a-
you just? Are you,
Deadmau5
now, I
good
can't
now?
tell if you're just saying that.
no, it was
or-
really good
Okay.
catering. It was everything was free. There was like many open
Did
bar.
you, was
yeah.
that like dinner?
Yeah, it was an
Well,
actual. You could have ate.
You didn't eat anything because you're too picky.
Yeah, well, also I wasn't
Okay.
hungry because I ate before we went there.
Was there no pizza there? I assume that's why I
No,
didn't eat.
there wasn't.
There was
pizza.
no pizza or plain meat,
What,
so he didn't eat
what
anything.
the heck kind of catering was that? All right.
You're
Okay. Can we
catering
get to this
nerds.
question?
Yes.
No.
Okay. A picture of Lego otters I took today for Sev. Well, I saw the picture. It's not
Wait,
in here,
question?
but I saw the picture.
Okay.
With a question for everyone. See,
Oh.
there's a question still.
Okay.
The otter picture was amazing, and thank you. I appreciate it. And I didn't even know that existed. So
Was it utterly amazing?
it was. There was like a family of otters in Legos on a riverbed. And
Was
stuff.
it so
It's
amazing? You-
perfect.
You blasted off the
It was pretty
outer
awesome.
space.
Otter space.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Totally did.
Yeah.
I went to Legoland today and saw this, and I had to take a picture for stuff. I am very jealous.
I've never been to Legoland.
I mean,
Can
I've
we
I've
go?
never been to
Legoland.
Denmark, so I
Can we go?
can't say I've ever
Nerd
been
we
there.
go?
Fusion on remote.
Nerd Fusion.
Nerd Fusion trip.
Lego,
Woo!
please. Woo!
Woo!
We'll get them to sponsor it. It'll fly us out there and do a
Yeah.
show.
You have
at
connections
their-
with them. Let's go.
at
I do,
Legoland.
but okay. Anyway, my question as a female streamer. So now we're getting into the
Oh,
Because we are great advice
Yes.
givers on that.
Yes, here we are.
Oh, great.
Anyway, my question as a female streamer: how do I overcome all the horny boys? It's a lot of tits or GTFO. I want to make it as a streamer, and I have just under 2,000 followers, but I'm sick of all the comments or them telling me I need to be like Caseytron to get views.
I feel like she plays League of Legends.
What do you guys think on how to handle the boys? My milkshake? Okay.
Yep.
And to continue to grow. P.S. I love you guys. I subbed to 4 of the 5 of you.
Oh.
But not saying who I don't.
Oh,
Don't want to hurt
God.
anyone's feelings.
Probably me. It's probably me.
Probably me.
All right, I got good advice on this. All
Okay.
right? Serious advice, too.
Okay.
It's never going to go away. The bigger you get, the worse it's going to get from your chat. So you have a couple options. One is when you get a sub button, be sub-only mode all the time. It'll get rid of 95% of that.
Are there any females that do sub only?
If later,
couple.
but until then, and even a better solution is get some moderators that are really good.
Yeah.
Because you're just not going to be able to prevent it. You're going to have to remove it. So just get moderators.
A good chatbot will help you, especially when you're smaller.
Chatbots help a lot,
You can
too.
blacklist a bunch of words you don't like
Yeah,
open
blacklist
bob, stuff like
words.
that. And you just
I would do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Get a bot that you can blacklist all the normal words.
get Moobot because that's a
Get-
huge one.
Get some moderators you
Not
trust.
Moobot.
Moderators you trust. Some regulars to your stream that you trust in order to handle the moderating. And tell them to be assholes. That's fine. And get a real thick skin.
You have to build
Yeah.
armor.
Don't even for us, thick skin
Try not to
is a must.
acknowledge the people too who are saying that shit.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of them say it for reactions, and
Yeah,
if they
thick
get
skin
that
for
reaction, they're
every
gonna
single
continue it.
broadcaster is a must.
Yeah.
I mean, even us, you kind of learn over the last years. Like you just build like an armor for
Yeah.
insults and stuff. And
If
it
you
slowly
can't
does-
handle insults and stuff, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
It's just going to get worse.
And
worse.
honestly, some people can't, and that's okay. Like, it's not your job to get yelled at all day. Like, it's not your responsibility to do that. I mean, I'm fine with it because Twitch makes you it's a lot of fun to do.
Yeah,
and it's worth
I
it.
just make fun of it, but
Yeah,
you have to. But that's also the thick skin that we
yeah.
made. That
You got to
does
find
that.
humor in it and just
So-
enjoy it.
Yeah, thick skin and definitely moderators. That's like the biggest thing. There's got to be like at least a few regulars to the show that can moderate effectively, and just add them on Skype or whatever and chat it out. Be like, hey, be a dick to these people, and
You gotta
yeah,
be-
you might
you
find
gotta
that
be a
your
dick.
chat is going to be full of message deleted, but that's
my chat.
okay.
Yeah.
Welcome
That's
to my
okay.
chat.
People still comment on my tits every day. It gets annoying.
All right. If you have any questions to ask us, you can email us at podcast@nerdfusion.tv. That's podcast@nerdfusion.tv. Again, podcast@nerdfusion.
For the next 25 minutes, you
TV.
can get a deal at
Right? Well, they say if
podcast.nerdfusion.tv.
you have to say something 3 times,
Yeah.
and then somebody gets it.
Okay.
But I don't know how true that is.
I don't know. Is it?
Like you see, there's like some advertises like that come on the radio or whatever, and it's like they say the 1-800 number 3 times just to like impress it upon you.
I think it just pisses me off. That's probably why they do it because it like you remember it. Yeah. Okay.
And
just-
if you're
it makes
writing
me
it-
angry.
If you happen to be writing it, it gives you time to write
Well,
it all the way out.
right. Everyone get a piece of paper and write down podcast at nerdfusion.tv.
It's N3RDFUSION.tv. There's a
Again.
bunch of people that have asked, and yes, it is N3.
Again,
Nerd.
podcast at nerdfusion.tv.
It's podcast at nerdfusion.tv.
Yeah, like he said, podcast at
Nerd
nerdfusion.tv.
with a 3.
Speaking of which, I guess shout outs to our delivery people that delivered our furniture. They knew who we were.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, they were 2 like brothers that
Oh, no way.
delivered our furniture.
That's really
and
cool.
they knew who we were.
The first
and-
delivery guy we got here was
That's
like,
cool.
"Are you guys streaming on Twitch?" And we're like, "Oh, great."
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally not.
Just
Wait,
said
wasn't that the
no.
pizza delivery guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, these were like probably 30, 40 years old.
Oh, that's cool.
Definitely gamers.
Cool.
Could tell.
And
Probably
they have,
like tabletop.
yeah, but they were delivering tables too.
Yeah.
Do we have a table for our board gaming stuff yet? I can't. Board gaming?
God, here we go.
Dude,
Anyways,
I can't wait.
yeah, we're done now. Podcast at nerdfusion.tv. You can always check us out on Reddit at reddit.com/nerdfusion. And of course, you can get the podcast. We stream here every Sunday at 2:00 p.m. Pacific, 5:00 p.m.
Ish.
Eastern. It's going to get better. It's gonna get better.
Oh,
But
next week we should be in the studio.
don't tell them that,
We
because that might
should.
not be true.
Okay,
When-
we might be.
We
when
might
we
be in
have
the
a
studio.
set where we can just sit down and start, that's when it'll go.
Then it'll be
Yeah.
on time. But yeah, check us out on iTunes, n3f.tv/iTunes. Check us out everywhere at n3f.tv/podcast. And we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. We're good.
We're good. That's
Yeah.
the clap.
We need
Oh.
clappers.
We got the
We
clap.
need sticks.